my bold and the beautiful fans. Yes, this episode today for the Friday cliffhanger was crazy. First, we got to talk about Eric giving Thomas advice. Taylor and Brooke bring Deacon up to speed. Hope misses Douglas, and Thomas turns upset as Finn's forced to bust up the confrontation he has with Steffy. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS Soaps, both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. This is your bold and the beautiful recap for February 17th, and without any further ado, let's talk about this episode. So we're back over at the Cliff House, and Hope is sitting there on the sofa looking all sad, doom and gloom. And Steffi told her, look, this is just going to be temporary. I doubt it. Now, Steffi told her soon he's going to realize that this is not his home. Well, I guess if that's true, hopefully he does, and he'll move back with Thomas. Now, remember, Steffi, you did say he was a Forester, and Douglas was all excited about his new room, too. So now we're over at Forester, where we see Thomas telling Eric that the big move has happened as we speak, and he'll get to see Douglas whenever he wants. Now, he told Eric no way Steffi will keep him from his son. Yeah, that's a little bit too confident, Thomas. I mean, it looked like things might not gonna go your way. However, Eric told him maybe you should check with Steffi before you stop by. But Thomas, on the other hand, thinks that, I'm not worried about it. It'll be just fine. Now, we're over at Il Giardino, where we have both Taylor and Brooke talking about this whole Douglas situation. And Brooke says Hope is hurting. Taylor says, I feel for Hope. Yeah, I guess you and everybody else. So does the mailman, the newspaper boy, whoever. Now, Taylor, you should have been around when they snatched Phoebe/Beth from your daughter. And, Steffi was on the floor bawling. And I never once heard Brooke at that time say that she felt bad for Steffi. Now, Deacon couldn't believe his eyes when he saw Taylor and Brooke eating lunch together. And he asked if the Cold War was over. He even said that if this was a year ago, these two would be at odds over this situation. Well, Deacon, in February 2022, we were still dealing with Brooke's lie of covering up her kissing you on New Year's Eve. And nobody said that about keeping Douglas away from her either. So now we're back at the tiny cabin in the woods, where we see Hope and Liam came home to a very quiet house. They miss Douglas already. Now, the sofa's free, the house to yourself, you and Liam can make out, I guess, but Hope is afraid that Steffi will bend over backwards for Thomas since she is his sister. And Liam was like, she better not, she know what to do. Liam, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Anyway, did Thomas have a problem with them having one last night with Douglas? No, he didn't. So they need to chill out with that. But Beth, where is she? She's not home. They actually said that they wanted to keep Beth away as this whole situation with Douglas and, of course, him being over at Steffi. I would hope that this is a time where they want to spend time with their own daughter. Make that make sense. Now, back over at Steffi's, we see Steffi telling Douglas that Kelly and Hayes is going to be happy to see him. And Douglas says that he knows it's asking a lot, maybe too much, but he feels at home here. And he really loves his Aunt Steffi. Now, Douglas said that it was such a war between his mom and his dad, which one to live with. And he said that he figured it was better for them and him to not have to choose between the two of them. And hope they understand and don't mind. And Finn said that he was always welcome here. Boy, if he only heard what Finn had to say a couple of days ago. So now after Douglas is tucked in his room upstairs, Thomas barges in the Steffi house. And as usual, nobody locked doors on this show. And she asked him, what is he doing here? His son is here, Steffi. Now, Steffi told him to give Douglas some time to adjust. Excuse me, but wasn't Hope and Liam just over there? If they got some cozy time with Douglas, why not his father, Thomas? Make that make sense? Thomas can't win for losing. Now, Steffi says that she wants to make make this day as stress-free as possible. And he asked if she thinks that he's going to stress him out. Thomas was like, I love him. I'm his father. Steffy said, well, Douglas chose me, not you or Hope. Now, Thomas said that it's not that bad. With you being my sister, I should be able to see him when I want. And then Steffy was like, except that you can't. That's not how it's going to be. Thomas asked, well, what are you saying? Are you going to keep my son away from me? Steffy was like, yeah, this is complicated. And she's setting boundaries. Well, you know what? If you're going to set boundaries, Steffy, make sure you keep those same boundaries when it comes to Hope. Now, with all this melee going on between Thomas and Steffy, Finn came in and told Thomas, don't you speak to my wife like that. And I'm like, really, dude? Now you want to speak up? Anyway, he told Finn, excuse me, but this conversation right here is between me and my sister. Finn told him that it's best that he leaves. And Thomas was like, hold on. I'm not going to allow you or you to keep me away from my own son. And this thing is about to get ugly. I mean, if you're going to allow Hope and Liam to have some time with Douglas, Steffy, Finn, I think you need to let Tom even have a little bit of time with his son as well. Make that make sense. But again, what are we doing with this writing? Okay, so there you have it, your bold and the beautiful recap for Friday, February 17th, 2023. Stay tuned for the Young and the Restless recap also for today. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.